Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. It is Christmas Day, and it is dark and raining outside, so yay on that. It's still gotten warm, quite warm, so thumbs up for that. No, snowy Christmas is here. Yay, but at least I sort of slept last night. And it was late getting to bed and hard to fall asleep, and then woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning with gut pain, so oh boy, I'm really tired. Still, today, even though it's Christmas Day, is basically just another day for me. It was my wife's favorite time of the year, but she's been gone for 8 years and some, so still, hopefully you're having a great Christmas day today. That would be a definite thumbs up. And for uploading the videos, if you could toss me a like, it'd be very awesome. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be very cool. If you could leave me a comment, that would be double plus good. And I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. These are literally beautiful and literally awesome people that help to keep me alive. Without their help, I would simply not have enough money to survive on. Thank you very, very much. You keep me from going homeless, and that is appreciated, definitely. Plus, I can eat, almost through the end of the month with your help. If you would like to become one of these beautiful and awesome people, I have links in the video description, as well as a PayPal for possible donations, an Amazon wishlist link with things like pet food, and there's a post office box where I will open up on camera anything at all that anybody sends to me. I only ask for things like postcards, keychains, and the like. Thumbs up for that. Front-loading of videos over. That went on for a very long time. For me, I thought. Anyway, Merry Christmas. So, yeah, oh boy. I didn't get much done yesterday because it being Christmas Eve, stores were closing, and so I had to get up to them and get some stuff purchased for today so I'd have things to eat and drink because, hey, Christmas Day, a lot of stuff is going to be closed, so I had to leave early, 4:30 in the afternoon, to rush up to Walmart so I could get things purchased before they closed. So I spent the day going up to, well, not the day, but from 4 o'clock onward getting ready and then leaving and going to Walmart, and then after 6 o'clock when I got back, like 6:30 at the very least. So my afternoon was gone, and that time I normally spend thinking of creative stuff, but during daylight hours I've got to worry about everyone around me because people are crazy. So I got to watch the world to make sure I don't get injured. So yay on that. But still, I went up and I got stuff done, and I came back, and then I tried to do things. I watched video games. I might have watched video games. Watched videos, might have played some video games. Can't even really remember. Tried to think of some creative stuff as best I could, but generally, I had a day. Now, one of the things I really want to talk about, there's a couple of things, but one of the things, well, I'm going to start with this one first, and I'm not quite sure. I really leaned into this one yesterday with my Notequest video, and I'm hoping I didn't really go too far. I don't talk about it a lot with where I am in my personal autism spectrum. I do not really enjoy biological things. As much as I will say, we need to normalize being able to wade through a knee-deep slurry of human remains, that's just a fictional type thing, whereas actual things about the human body and such, I don't really enjoy. So, when I talk about things like this, I don't know if I've gone too far or if it's really mild, but for whatever reason, as stated, I don't talk about my sexuality much, but I am at least pansexual. I don't really care about gender. I get attracted to mind first and then body afterward, and it doesn't matter what the body type is, so thumbs up on that. But for whatever reason, I started referring to all the characters, all the orcs as thick and buff, and then twinks. Which, if you know any of the wording on that one, yeah, well, so they might have been twinks, who knows, but I just leaned hard into that. Not quite sure why. Don't mind, I mean, it's an expression of myself, but hopefully if anybody watched that thing at all, they didn't mind. So thumbs up on that. I don't express myself much in any overt way. So yay on that. But still. Also, there is, well, I'm going to talk about this one first. Because I have been doing, I would imagine it's because of this, I have been doing a fair amount of the solo RPG stuff on my channel here. I've had my eye on this one game called Drifter. It is a Wild West type thing, and while Wild West settings are not my favorite, there are some times that I do enjoy that kind of setting. I mean, for movies, I have to be in a particular mood, but I do like some Western type movies. The games, I have enjoyed some Western type games. There are media. So I have had my eye on this one game called Drifter, but I don't have a lot of money, so I can only make like one purchase a month and then hope that I haven't gone too far and then I can still eat all month. So I've had my eye on this and hoping that I could get hold of it at some point. Well, in the comments, the actual author of the game said, hey, I see you do a lot of these things here. Would you like a copy of this thing so that you could play it? And then they gifted me a copy of their game, digital copy of their game, through DriveThruRPG. So even though I'm not really under any obligation to show this off on channel, I'm going to be showing this off on channel. I tell you that. Number one, I'm interested in it. So right there, yeah, I want to share it because I want to share things I enjoy. And number two, yeah, if it's given to me as a gift, then yeah, I want to reciprocate and show off what is gifted to me. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that one as soon as I can get it all printed out. Only one minor issue is that it is a color manual to print out, but the only colors that appear to be in it are like, black, white, and red. So I can't afford to print 200 pages in color because I only have $44 available to me through the library. And I don't even know if I could afford a full 200 pages in color being printed with $44. So I'm going to try and see on a page or two what it looks like to print black and white, because if I can determine, which red color the light color of gray it is, then that'll be fine, and I'll just print it all out and be able to play it that way. Otherwise, I will work out and see if I can, because it doesn't roll over. You only get $44. Maybe I just need to print out as much as I can and then go from there. Oh, but since I'm talking about solo RPG stuff, this is something I was thinking of last night and this morning, and so I just only remembered, but I did want to talk about this. I am hoping that I can change my way of thinking so that I can understand how to use Game Master emulators that are oracles. Now, I've sort of mentioned how they have tables that if you have a question, you can consult the table, roll the die, and it has things like, yes is the answer, or yes and, or yes but, or no and they have even oracle dice, the 20-sided die where if you have a question, you just roll it, and then it comes up with like yes, no, yes and, no and, maybe and then you deal with that as the game master. I want to be able to break through the mental block I have so I can understand and use these oracles better. Now, it may sound easy, but it is not. It's a conceptual thing. Because when I first started playing the game Notequest, the first time I played it, I hated it. I hated it. Because it says, when you're drawing your map, it just says, okay, it's a small room. But they don't tell you how big a small room is anywhere. It's up to you to determine what a small room is. And I could not get through that. I hated that it wouldn't tell you what a small room looks like. And it took about a week, and then suddenly, snap. Now, when I'm told I have to do something, it's like, oh, okay, and then I just adjust it on the fly to make it fit. Even when I look at the little things that you're supposed to draw from the game, 4 Against Darkness, I twist, move, take doors out, add bits and parts to those rooms to make them fit the map and myself. I had to break through decades of how do I do this precisely to, oh, it doesn't matter, I'll just do it on the fly. So, I am hoping I can do that with oracles, where I can go, I've been beating my head against it, make that conceptual leap and go, and then be able to do it. Because then you can break out away from having to use just tables for deterministic chart rolling to make your adventure to you can have a thing where you decide, gosh, I'm going to go out into the urban areas. What do I find? And then you don't use tables, you just ask questions, and you ask the game master, and then the die comes up. You have to work narratively with it, but that's okay. So, on to this as well. I'm going to talk about this part. Absurdist humor first. I really enjoy absurdist humor. I have mentioned that before, absurdist surrealist humor, and sometimes I hate it because it doesn't follow rules and is ridiculous, and sometimes I love it because it doesn't follow rules and is ridiculous. I have mentioned in my cryptid setting that there is a cryptid called Cornetto, a very vile individual, a mean bastard. I have finally figured out the day that this character dies, what happens on that day, and why they die. Cornetto is a real jerk. You do not know what is going to set Cornetto off. On the day Cornetto dies, Cornetto wakes up and is pissed off at gravity and understands that this is stupid, but is still just pissed off at gravity. But you can't hurt gravity, and so to take out their anger, they just want to go out and hurt and kill someone. And so with Lynn Tanner, they head out to do so. And with this one person that they decide is a target, it's like they begin pounding on them and beating them up, and they're like, what? Why are you doing this? And finally, he slams his fists through their abdomen and into their guts. And the person that they're beating up finally just goes, wait a minute, wait. And you never know with a lot of the cryptids, because of their very contradictory and absurd existence themselves, you can have characters who are caught up in the midst of all this passion just go, all right, what? And just stop to engage intellectually. So Cornetto's got his hands in this guy's guts, and it's just, okay, what? And so the person who's got Cornetto's hands in their guts and been getting beat up, is being rather intellectual about this. It's like, well, I understand, and oh God, I understand that you're murdering me, and there's really nothing that I can say that's gonna change that. But I can you at least tell me why you're murdering me? Please? And Cornetto is just going, still engaging on an intellectual level, is just, well, it sounds stupid when I say it, and it sounds stupider each time I say it. And the guy there is just like, well, it's okay. I mean, could you angle your hands down? Oh, your fingers are wrapped up around the nerve, and thank you. But it's okay. I mean, I just need to know the reason. If you could. Well, I'm mad at gravity. And the guy with the hand in his guts is just like, gravity? That just... Getting. Oh, you must have nicked a few more arteries than I thought with your hands in there. I'm getting dizzy, but dramatic gravity. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. I mean, how are you supposed to be? How are you? Oh, things went gray there. Oh, how are you supposed? You only earn those around you. You can't hurt. You can't hurt. Which just pisses Cornetto off even more because the guy's right. You can't hurt gravity. All he's doing is hurting himself and others around him because he's angry. So realizing that he is getting his ass kicked by philosophical discourse this day, and for the moment, even murder is no longer fun, that is why he and Cornetto head up to Khmer Rouge Manor, because at least he can get drunk. And that's when, of course, they get up to Khmer Rouge Manor, and there's been a huge run on liquor. They have to go down into the sub-basement to get it, where Lynn, a year and some ago, helped to unpack a delivery, huge amount of things. It's down in this second sub-basement, but they've had to close it off because something horrendous ended up down there. King Mike shows up and says, as king, I'd like to ask if you could go down there and see what's there. We have alcohol there. We've closed it up since this thing happened. But as your friend, Big Mike, I say, please don't do this. You don't have to. Do not. But they do. They go down into the basement to find out what's going on as they're grabbing the alcohol that they can drink. Because Cornetto likes Jimmy B. Well, yeah, Jim Beam. And Tanner likes, that other one. I can't remember the names of alcohol. I don't drink anymore, haven't for decades. But it's while they're down there that Cornetto gets slammed into by the thing that's in the basement and torn into pieces and eaten. And Lynn manages to escape. And that's bad because Cornetto was Tanner's friend. And this happens about 1/2 or 2/3 of the way through the narrative. Before that time, Cornetto was there being an absolute vile bully. And then, boom! So it starts off silly that day and ends with Cornetto dead. So thumbs up on that. And on another day, I've got other things I want to talk about, but I will do that on another day. Like I talked about before, and I want to talk about again, just how difficult it is to define even what a table is. You could write an entire book on what a table is and still not be able to define what a table is. But I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. It's never many anymore, but for each and every person that leaves me a comment, thank you so very much. It is greatly appreciated. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended, and even though I count American Sign Language, well. Well. So, we have Chris, thumbs up, thank you very much, good to see you in the comments, and Jesse Koskinen, 2 days off, take it easy, thumbs up, take care, and good to see you. We have JAYY, thumbs up, thank you much, greatly appreciated, good to see you. Tallow and Merrill, Merry Christmas, thumbs up and thank you. Adrian XJG, greatly appreciated and good to see you. And Conspo Lopez, thumbs up and thank you, greatly appreciated. And here's hoping. We have Shinra, thumbs up and thank you much. It is good to see you, and definitely $15 a steal. That's value for money. Sebastian Ferris, I can't remember. It's the song used briefly in the intro card. It comes with the video editor, one of the royalty-free songs that they just give you. And so I can't remember what the title is. I just looked for something that was X number of minutes long and then cut a section out. And it sounded nice, though. Flora Mew, good to see you in the comments. Thumbs up, and thank you very much. We have STB4G, thumbs up and thank you. Gayball564, thumbs up and thank you much. And Alex, ALEKS, greatly appreciated. Nathan26 Plays, who says, bro is old, ASF. And yeah, I sure am. And there is Math Knows That, or Matt Knows That. Oh boy, I can read. Thumbs up and thank you much. Name, greatly appreciate. Glowing Turtle, who is the person who actually wrote the Drifter game. Thumbs up and thank you. And there is Cake, thumbs up and thank you. I don't know where I am or how many people have left me comments. That might have been 21, that might have been 19. I have honestly no ideas how many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. At least it was something I can do with my hand, though. So I'm just going to take the day easy, because guess what? It's Christmas Day. Thumbs up. I mean, again, I have no one to celebrate with, so it's just another day. So I'm just going to take it easy, and that's a good thing. Hopefully you can take it easy and enjoy your holiday day if you celebrate Christmas. If not, whatever holidays you happen to celebrate in your local area. Thumbs up. And of course, with everything happening in the world, if people are sick in your area, please just take appropriate precautions. If people are getting hurt in your area, again, take appropriate precautions. And of course, if you're out walking and you hear that mournful howl of the bus horn, the bus with your name on it, just prepare, hunker down and get ready, and hope that it doesn't hurt when you get Merry Christmas. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing.